That is good banter.
All right, and away we go. Timmy, you've just cracked a window.
Just cracked a window because it is 50 shades of fucking hot.
She's
It is,
semen, mate.
woo, spent all winter or summer whinging about the lack of heat. All of a sudden the fire's up and fuck me.
How
we're dying.
does your house go with the heat? Is Tam, does she like the heat? Do the boys like the heat? Do you like the heat?
I don't like the heat.
You don't like it?
No, I like being freezing cold, having a fucking dinner
Do ya?
wrapped around me. Yeah.
So I'm the other way.
You
I
like cooking?
Oh, mate, I used to love Port Douglas. Mate, you're wearing shorts, singlet, thongs. That's how I lived for 4 years in Port
Yep.
Douglas. I fucking love it.
No, I love the heat. I don't like sleeping in the heat.
See, I don't
I
mind.
like being cold.
I like sort of a sweaty pillow, a sweaty
Oh, yeah.
sheet.
Nice.
Love it when it sticks to you.
I like your ball sack stuck to the side of your leg.
Oh, I love it when you just got to peel it off with an
yeah.
egg flip.
Yeah,
That's
a
good.
little spatula by the side of the bed. Just cut the little vacuum there between your testicle and your
Yeah.
leg and hit the hay.
Well, that was a good thing. I was up in Port Douglas when I first went up there with the old ex. We smack bang in the middle of wet season.
Yep.
And you'd be rooting for 30 seconds. You'd be sweating. You'd be feeling like a porn star. You'd be dripping.
Yeah.
You know, doing doggy and there's sweat pouring off your forehead onto her back. And,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, you
That's
feel
the
like
ticket.
a real... It's weird though, isn't it? Like, Kristen, she... like, it hits over 30 and people just lose their minds, don't they? Like, Kristen's like... she said... close up all the windows, let's put the curtains down to keep the house cool. It's like, fuck, it's 32 degrees. It's not 50.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
They get a bit crazy, I reckon.
People get a bit funny about turning the aircon on too. I mean, it's you put it there for a fucking reation. That's true. It's hot. Let's turn the fucker on because we've got the old split system in every room.
Yep.
So the old electricity bill goes through the roof the moment we start chucking all those on. But tell you what, having kids have the inability to shut a fucking door behind them.
Shut a door, a light. The one, my old man, he bloody, the light. He goes, fucking turn the light off and born in a tent. Born in a tent, were you? When you leave the door open.
Okay, I never really understood that.
No, it's a bit weird. There's no zip on this fucking door.
Were you born in a tent?
Born in a tent.
Would mean like you like the...
I don't know, mate.
The airflow, or
I don't know.
An airflow. Maybe were you born? Were you born in a paddock or born in on the top of a hill? Not a tent. They tend to be the same as a room with the.
Yeah, you still got to do the zip up, don't you, on the tent, the door or whatever.
Nothing worse than waking up with a stinking hangover in a tent.
Oh,
well,
the
you
sun
feel like
comes
saying
in at like 4 in the morning. You're like, this is fucked.
You feel like just yelling out to one of your mates, just pull the pegs out, let the tent come down on me and back the fucking car over me and just do a burnout on me head because I'm fucking done with this life. You just feel like shit.
Oh, dry as
a fucking
terrible.
ship.
Yeah.
Lived in a tent for probably about 5 months.
Griffith?
Yeah, number of different places, travelling around. But Griffith. Well, Griffith, I was in a tent.
Gus, did he drop by, say good day?
He did, but he stopped because he forgot who I was. Gus. So I lived in a tent there. But no, when I was fruit picking in Batlow and lived in a tent for quite some time. And I remember one of the locals said to us once, because we just got up one morning and you just do a piss. Like you would literally get up in the middle of the night, take 3 steps and just do a piss. And then go back to bed. Because we'd always have a couple of beers at night and so pissing a fair bit. Not as much as you do now, mind you. The old...
After no beers.
No, that bloody...
Couldn't live in a tent now.
You want your fucking beer at and you'd go and do 3 pisses these days. And one of the local blokes that lived there goes, "Oh, mate, you don't piss in your own campsite." And we're like, whatever, mate. And fuck.
Stunk the next day?
Just in general, because we were there for a long time and it just smelled like a fucking urinal.
Yeah, he's done it before.
Yeah, so we started
knows.
to scatter a few of those yellow bloody urinal cakes around, and Bob's your uncle. It was a tough life.
Yeah, well, the other one with the heat is Kristen. Like, once it gets over 30, like, we'll just be driving and someone will be running. She goes, oh, you can't run in this heat. You can't. It's 32 degrees. You can't run in this heat. There was an old bloke walking. She goes, oh, God, he's too old to be walking in this heat. It's like, it's 32 degrees. It's not fucking boiling.
Yeah, people.
They lose their shit. Like, we've been out they forget how hot 30 degrees is.
Oh.
Mate, we used to do pre-season training in 38, 40 degrees. You didn't see us fucking whinging.
I love running around in the heat.
Oh, it's great,
love
mate.
it.
Get a sweat out, and then we went down the beach and I started pointing at everyone. Oh, Jesus Christ, you can't be driving in this heat.
No.
This is no good. Ah, mate, you can't be bloody shaking your towel out down the beach in this heat. This is...
Can't be selling ice creams in this weather.
Jesus, Mr. Whippy, you've gone cuckoo.
It's too hot.
Just get your shit together, everyone. Everyone's like, oh, a heat wave.
And,
It's 2 days over 30. It's we wish we had got that during summer, but just cool your jets, everyone.
If you want to witness a pack of fuckwits over exaggerating or over exaggerating,
Overreacting
is jump on like a local Facebook page.
Yeah.
Like for example, ours the Bentley East Bentley Facebook page. Jesus, like because of the heat, all these people were putting up, please don't walk your dog today. Like, and you're just like, fuck dick.
off.
Dogs eat their own shit. Like they
fucking drink their own piss.
Like,
They'll be right.
They don't give a fuck. Like,
How do you see the dogs in fucking Thailand are travelling all right, aren't they? Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, sure, they're a bit mangy and they don't have much fur, but they're survived.
no, they're loving it.
Jeez, everyone, we're too mollycoddled. Is that a word? Mollycoddled?
I haven't heard of it, but I'm not saying it's not.
Mollycoddled.
I like it. Mollycoddled.
Yeah, that's it.
Google that.
Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Mollycoddled.
Mollycoddled.
What would that mean? Just
You
Buddy.
here you go, little buddy.
little
Here you go, little champ.
got little gloves on, little cotton balls.
That's
Everyone's
right.
in cotton balls. No,
Just let people. It's fucking 35 degrees. It's not 80 degrees. How do you reckon people in Dubai are going?
I took my dog bloody in the peak heat of the day. Took it down the road and fucking throwing the bloody tennis ball down the asphalt. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Bloody, its paws can catch on fire for all I care.
Harden up.
Harden up.
I saw someone. This is bad. I saw someone with their dog down the beach, and admittedly, the sand was hot yesterday. The sand was hot, but they had little fucking socks
For the dog.
on the dog. Like, come on, where are we at here?
Serious?
What's going on? Just throw it in the water. Tell it to harden up.
Dogs don't. That's the hardest surface on the planet. A dog's paw, isn't it?
Oh,
yeah. Not hard, but there's no feeling there.
Ah, no, not if they're a
You've
proper
never,
dog.
You've never seen a dog go, fucking bindi. Stepped on a bindi.
Up on its toes.
And even if it
Yeah.
does burn 1 foot, it's got 4 of them.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so
Yeah.
anyway, so she's been hot, mate. She's been hot, and she's been hot in your world. What have you been doing? You've
Been
been
hot as
all
a
over
bloody-
the place.
Hot as a witch's tit. I tell you what, went to Adelaide. It was
Adelaide.
fucking hot over there. I reckon it was about 44 the day I went over there.
Okay.
That's a hot joint. Like,
Yeah.
you do notice it's
It doesn't look like there'd be much breeze in Adelaide. It looks like a real...
a desert. Like
Yeah,
it's
sorta.
very sandy. You know, it's a real got sort of desert feel. But anyway, so yeah, this isn't that long ago. Probably about 4 weeks ago. Get a phone call from someone that books us not regularly, probably gets us 4 or 5 gigs a year. Great
Not bad.
folk. I like them. I love them. They're always run a tight ship. But it does always amaze me when people book the suburban footballer through someone else.
Yeah, it's like come direct to the source.
Yeah, like
You can save yourself a bit. Maybe they think the suburban football is a bit bigger than what he actually is.
Oh no, I'm approachable. I'll give you my fucking address. You can come around and we can chat about the gig over a cup of tea at home.
Oh,
mate,
yeah.
on the kitchen bench. But
Earl Grey.
so anyway, so they've contacted me and said someone wants to book you. Who is it? And they said it's the Adelaide Crows. And I said, oh,
This is big.
This is big.
Yep.
So loyal listeners of the show will know I've done Carlton. I've performed to Carlton, Collingwood, and Richmond.
Yep.
And I've actually done Adelaide Crows before, but it was a long time ago, and I didn't do what I now do for AFL clubs, which is tailor the show to. I just
Taylor
went
Walker.
to old Texie. He was there.
Yep.
So
How's he going? Has he still got the Malchenzo?
yeah.
Got the mustache?
Yep. I'm very happy for Tex.
Oh, mate, everyone was riding him. They thought old Texas Walker Ranger was fucked.
And I would have been very disappointing if it had ended at that racism thing.
What did he do again? What did he do?
He told
some.
There was some bloke. He was down there watching the twos by all reports. The Adelaide in the Sandful, and some bloke was going around being a bit rough to some 18-year-old blokes, and he's gone out during the break and told him
what for,
what he thought,
told him where he was from.
Might have said something he shouldn't have, but if it had have ended with that, it would have been a shitty end to a magnificent career. But I'm glad that that's all been put behind him, and he's going to be remembered for the fucking legend he is.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so I haven't charged these past clubs I've done. I've just.
That's one thing about these AFL clubs. I don't like this. It's all like exposure. You know, you're coming into this club.
Yep.
You get to come into the inner sanctum, like.
Yeah, which is pretty cool, but they've both given me a couple of footy jumpers, signed footy jumpers.
And they're about as useless as fucking tits on a ball.
Although the Richmond was signed by the entire team in a premiership year, so we did actually get a bit of money for that.
Yeah, not bad, but I don't like it. I reckon, you're not a fucking charity here,
I'm
mate.
not a charity, but with all those other ones...
So why do they need someone else to fucking book you? There's no fee.
Well, that's, they can take fucking 100% of nothing if they want. But this is I've got to travel. So obviously it's a little bit more. You know, there is going to have to be some money, some negotiation take place. Anyway, I'm not much of a negotiator. We've zigged and zagged.
You're paying for everything.
I'm paying for everything. So it's all locked in. And so they said, well, what do you want from us? And I said, well, I'd like to do it like I did with Carlton, Collingwood and Richmond. I'd like to get a player to give me some dirt. I'll come in. You get me a full Adelaide Crows kit. I'll wear it, walk in, announce that the coach has been sacked.
Who's coaching there now?
Matthew Nix.
Nixie. Good Sydney man.
Ripping guy.
Great guy.
Great guy.
He was bald. He was real wispy in his playing days at Sydney.
Well, he's given up the fight now.
It's a big fight.
He's given up. So I'm dealing with Adam Kelly.
Big cows.
So he's the head of football.
Oh.
He's some guys you meet and you're like, this is a guy that knows what he's doing. You know, he was just a fucking good bloke.
Well, he's the head of football. I hope he knows something.
Yeah, something
he's
about
got some
footy,
idea.
yeah. But so anyway, Darcy Fogarty,
Sounds like a bloody country and western singer or something.
Darcy Fogarty, he does a bit, doesn't he?
A bit like a John Fogarty.
He was a ripper. So he's given me some great dirt.
That's
some
good.
Really good dirt. Nothing too horrific. There was one about rooting, but the rest was pretty much just funny stuff where guys had fucked up or done something pretty piss weak or so forth. And as I always did with the other guys, I said, Das, no one's going to know you did it. So how about you give me a bit of dirt on yourself, and that'll really
very smart,
really take the attention off you.
Who
I'll
did
think
it?
someone else. Anyway, so as you know with gigs, sometimes the people booking you have really bad ideas about how to introduce you.
Oh, terrible ideas.
I think the most important thing is that people know for at least half an hour leading up that there's going to be some comedy so they can get their head right. But what some people will do will go, mate, I'm going to tell you that you're the head of finance and you're here to deliver some bad news about...
you're taking a pay cut.
Yeah, so, and then you come up and just start doing your routine and you go, well, mate, that is the fucking worst idea I've ever heard. Yeah. People need to get in the headspace. So anyway, I've flown in the morning over to Adelaide.
Who are you flying with, mate? You'd obviously be business class on Qantas or Virgin.
Tell you what, brought back a few memories getting on the flight to Adelaide. Last time I was there was me Taylor Swift buddy.
Oh, it was, mate.
Yeah, so I was sort of looking around, but he wasn't on there. A much more male-dominated flight, this one. So even if shit did hit the fan, it wasn't all on me.
No, did you get an exit row?
No exit row.
Okay.
No. So anyway, so I've rehearsed all this stuff, and it's good because I fit 2 A4 pages perfectly on the back of my magnet board. So I can pretty much read it, and I've highlighted all the keywords. So I've got me spiel.
Well, run us through like how, for people you have spoken about it, like how much goes into this. I mean, you sort of got to be doing a little bit of walking around the house with the magnet board. You got to be running over
do a
it.
bit of that. Look, I am getting quite good at this. It's the 4th club I've done now, so I've got that. The first bit is so I come in and I good feeling today. Well, first I'll go back to how Kelly. Adam Kelly. So he goes, mate, I've got an idea about how I'm going to introduce you. And I'm just sort of going, oh, fuck. He's such a good guy. This is going to be hard to tell him that his idea is shit and that I want to do it my way. And he goes, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bullet because the boys have had a pretty full-on week with all the safety stuff. They've got to go through all OH&S, this community stuff for being around the footy club. The AFL now has all these meetings they've got to sit through.
Jesus Christ, where are we at?
There's respect for women.
We get that.
And there's all these things they've got to do. And he said they're at their fucking – they've had enough. These things they're very boring. It's just saying stuff that they already know. It's like basically saying, if you see a girl at a nightclub, don't grab her titties. And it's like, well,
clearly,
if you need to be told that, maybe you shouldn't be walking the streets. But anyway, he said, we're calling them to this meeting, and I'm telling them that it's a 1-hour talk about fire safety in the workplace.
Read the room, Adam.
And he said, no, this is good.
Oh.
This is good. He said, they are going to be flat as a fucking shit carter's hat. And he goes, and I'm going to take one for the team. I'm going to get up there and deliver the most boring 3 minutes anyone has ever seen. And then you knock on the door. I walk over, open the door, you walk in, basically tell me to get fucked and that you don't give a shit about fires and
set the joint on fucking fire.
And then you just go. And I said, mate, I reckon this could work.
Big Kelzer.
Yeah. So, and he was perfect. Like he everyone was in this room, like the staff, the physios. There's about 70 people in the room. I'm getting there's a WAFL change room area, so I'm in there. So I'm away.
SANFL?
No, the women's.
Oh, sorry.
AFLW.
Sorry, I thought you meant Samful.
No. So the women's Adelaide Crows team, they've got their own little change area, so I'm in there, so no one can see me.
You're tucking it?
No, not tucking it, but they bought me a meal. Bloody beautiful meal. I'm sitting there eating a bloody roast. Geez, they get looked after, the AFL players. So,
well, yeah, everyone does fucking gigs for free.
Yeah. So, well, I didn't do it for free. I charged, and then nearly covered the flights.
What'd you do with your $20?
And anyway, so and then one of the because no one's in on this. It's just Darcy Fogarty, Kelly,
Big Gals,
and another bloke and the girl who was leading me there. So. It's set up perfectly. So she's come and got me and she goes, all right, let's go. Ooh. And then so we've walked outside and then so we're going around the side of the building. They're all in this meeting room. And then all of a sudden her phone goes off. Tick, tick, tick. Oh, hello? Hang on. We just got to wait another 3 minutes. And anyway, so we wait another 3 minutes standing outside. And then we've gone around and I can see through this little window. I can see them all sitting in there. And they
Is it the round window? Or the square window?
It was a square window.
It's like place of school.
It was and Jemima was behind there.
Oh, great.
And and Big Tex.
Yeah.
And anyway, so I'm watching, they're bored as batshit. All of a sudden the nerves, I'm starting to get a few nerves because you're looking through and you're like, fucking there's Sloaney, there's Kelly. And
there's some guy, I don't know anyone else's name.
Admit, I don't know a lot of Adelaide Crows
I couldn't
players.
pick an AFL football out of a lineup these days, even if they're wearing their jumper.
And that was one One thing I was a little bit worried about, because with Collingwood, I was like, all right, bloody
You're walking in with
Goldsack,
an
where are
erection.
you? Goldsack. And I know, there you are. And most
Your
of
erection's
these
pointing
names,
to him.
most of these names, I didn't really know them. So I was going to be going, all right, bloody Darcy, where are you, mate? Where are you? And I'd wait for them to go, here he is. And anyway, so I've walked in. So halfway through or 3 minutes into his speech, boring speech about
Were there
fire
fire extinguishers around or anything
no,
like this?
But it was funny. He said, because he was really serious. He said, guys, we've had a couple of cases where some guys have left the hairdryer on in the not the hairdryer, the hand dryer in the bathroom a bit long, and guys, it really could cause
That's pretty funny.
fire. So everyone's just sort of rolling their eyes.
Yeah,
I think
fucking
it's
serious,
fucking bullshit.
mate.
So anyway, all of a sudden, 3 minutes in, I knock on the door. He comes over. And I just barge in and I say, boys, we're playing our first game in 7 weeks. I couldn't give a fuck 7 days. I couldn't give a fuck about fire safety. I couldn't give a fuck if this shithole burns down. We've got to start thinking about footy. And instantly, the energy in the room was
Picked
just,
up.
yeah. I reckon it took 3 or 4 seconds just to like, what the... Oh, fuck, this is the setup. This is it. So everyone's, and I've gone up. So I did my whole, I did the whole eye of the tiger, bloody knees up, and did all that shit. And that was, everyone was, that was getting big laughs. And then I said, all right, and this is where it's different to what I normally do. When I do my local footy clubs, they go, all right, boys, I know what you're all thinking. Who the fuck's this bloke? Where's fucking Matthew Nicks? I said, well, I've got an announcement for you boys. I reckon it's going to hit some of you pretty hard. Matthew Nicks has been sacked. And then I just go, and everyone just cheers. And I was like, his lovey-dovey bullshit style of coaching, and ain't going to fucking hold water. And I said, a few of you boys are going to hear a few home truths, and you're not going to like it. And it was perfect because they got me, I asked for quite an old jumper, and I actually was wearing Bickley's.
Oh,
I had Bickley's full kit on.
Bickers.
Tell you what, it was tight. He must have worn it tight or...
Yeah, I don't think he's as big Bickers. He probably looked... Yeah, I don't think he's as big as what you think. I reckon he was a bit short.
Yeah, so it was
surprised
number 26,
it was tight on you, though.
think.
You've got a real pigeon chest.
Yeah. So, but anyway, so I had Bickley's
26,
full,
yeah. Did you wear his sweaty shorts?
Yeah, I had the shorts on. And
great.
I did think about knocking it off, and I thought, it's been such a great day to be ashamed that they caught me on camera knocking it off. But so I had a really old kit, and one of the bits of dirt that one of the one of the trainers, been there 20 years. Everyone loves him. This Vince or whatever.
Vince.
Everyone loved him, but he knocks off all the gear and gives it to his son. And so I said, we're probably wondering why I'm wearing the outfit from 1996 or whatever, because fucking Vince has given all this year's gear to his kid, and that was like, yeah. And then it was just picking blokes off, and the dirt Darcy gave me, every single one of them absolutely landed. It was perfect. There was one about a bloke, I named him on the bench, I won't say his name, and I said, look mate, I love you, love the way you go about it, I love you, everything about you. I love you as a person, love you as a footballer. The only reason I'm playing you on the bench, apparently he shit himself on the way to training once, and he was late for training. He shit his pants, and he had to quickly go around to clean himself up, and then sneak into the club, and he had a swim and sort of cleaned himself up in the club swimming pool. And so I just said, the only reason you're on the bench is...
Did they have a speech about that before the season started?
They probably
safety?
Yeah, probably should have, because that's pretty crook.
Clean yourself off in the club swimming pool, boys.
So I said, mate, the only reason I'm starting you on the bench is because it's going to give you time to shit your pants on the way to the game, clean yourself up, and you'll be
brilliant.
And anyway, it was the only, I got nothing. Like it was silence.
Jesus.
And I know it's not. And I know, and I was looking at the guy, lovely young kid. He looked about 19. And
you can still shit yourself at 19.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
And everything went silent. And I've just said, well, I guess you're going to find out eventually that what's his name shit his pants. And that got a big laugh. I goes, so you shit your pants, mate? And he goes, fuck, next, move on. So that got a big laugh.
That's good.
And the funny thing was, everyone was looking at Tex, going, fucking Tex.
Yeah, thought he'd done
Tex is sitting in the corner. He had no idea about it. And he's going, it's fucking not me. I fucking
Big Texie.
So that was good. So everyone thought Texie was behind
The mole.
it. Yeah, but after it, I sort of left pretty quick. Didn't get a photo. But then Sloaney and Fogarty and a few other boys followed me out and said, "Oh mate, that was unreal. That was great. You whisked off into the women's change rooms. You get bloody changed. You're out a side door and you
Job's done.
Job's done. It's a really you realise with footy at that level,
It's all a time limit. Time.
it is time, man. Every minute there was no, I'm just used to a footy club. You hang around, you talk about the gig for an hour and a half, and you have a beer, and it was just fucking next, and then they were on to some other thing. It was just every minute was so
structured.
so structured. Yeah, so but
Pretty fucking boring, isn't it?
yeah,
Tough life. It's a tough life.
But
But if you got to be disciplined though. You can't have blokes. You can't give a lot of those blokes free time. You
No.
need them structured.
yeah,
You know, you give them too much free time, that's when shit goes south.
yeah, and I don't reckon they're especially now that the season's. We're nearly kicking off the season. They're playing pracky matches. They're not out in the field for long. Like I went and sat out there and watched them for probably 40 minutes or so before and they were playing this end-to-end game, and it was brutal. Like there was no holding back. They had pretty much two sides, full on tackling,
that's good.
punching over the top, and it's pretty. So I think they do a lot of that.
Yeah, sort of match
simulation.
physical stuff.
Yeah.
Short, sharp, intense.
Yeah, but great experience, and you get on the plane and you sit down. That's a good feeling when something you were nervous about has turned out okay. So I'd love to do some more clubs. So if you're out there, clubs, bloody contact me, and we'll. I've got a nice little template now that works well. So so bring it on.
Yeah, and he'll do it for fuck all.
Absolutely,
So,
fuck all.
Yeah, so whoever, if you know anyone at a club, get on to old Tommy.
But
Well done,
local
mate.
clubs, don't even think about. I'm not tailoring the shows.
Nah, fuck
it
that.
takes too long,
Oh,
and it's too risky.
It is.
It's too risky.
Yep. Well done, mate. That's a bloody ripper. That is a bloody corker. Well done, mate. What do you reckon their chances are this year, mate? They're
They're
going
I don't know. A lot of it's up to Tex, I reckon. If he has
Big
another,
Texie.
he kicked 76 goals.
Did he?
That's unbelievable
That's big in this era.
in this era, and considering he was written off.
Yeah.
They could go right.
Yeah.
I think they'll make the eight.
Yeah, nice.
I think
Great.
they'll make the eight.
Great.
But the coach was lovely. He followed me in.
Nixie. He's a good man.
And,
He's
head of football. He was a legend. Everyone was good. It's a good vibe. I guess it might be different walking into a club, after
That
round
aren't
12s and
Yeah.
round 12 and they've won 3
Yeah,
games.
you go down
and-
to North Melbourne.
yeah, it's a
I'm
nice
pretty
time
sure.
of the year. No one's lost a game yet.
Yeah, that's it. Everyone's a premiership
Beg your
contender.
pardon.
Yeah.
So what do you got yourself
All right,
there,
mate.
bloody red sack?
Yeah, bloody hell, she's red hot. All right, well, let me know what you think about this, mate.
I'll
This
give you
is
some honest feedback.
I'm a pretty laid back, cruisy sort of guy.
Yeah,
so
yep.
I did mention last week that I went to the Mitcham Cricket Club.
Yep.
On the Saturday night. On the Sunday, I went to the Water Wheel Tavern down at
Yeah.
Lake Tyre. So it was a big day of travel, big weekend of travel, and obviously not as big as some of yours.
You doing a logbook?
I'm doing the logbook.
Yeah, you gotta.
I've spoken to our mate, the great man, and he's got me on the straight and narrow, and he's got me. I fucked my accountant off.
Yeah.
Real fuck stick.
We haven't mentioned his name, and because he's a respected member of the community, and he's a professional, and he's great at what he does. We haven't said a fucking bad word about him, so
No.
I don't know why we're holding back. Maybe next time I'll ask if he minds if we use his name. 'Cause, he's been bloody sensational.
Oh, mate, sensational for me, sensational for you, and
He's got you doing a little logbook.
He's turned my. I think what it is whether it's a trade, whatever profession it is, if you're good at it. Like sometimes being a great tradie, it's not being the best at it. It's just knowing what sort of, well, not shortcuts, but what you can get away with. If you're a tradie, and because sometimes you'll start as an apprentice and you're spending too much time on something.
Yep.
And then the qualified tradie, 15 years in, will go, mate, fucking don't worry about that. They won't see it for fucking my joint. Just fucking that's fine, mate. But you're ducking and you're tinkering with this and go, mate, you're fucking being too precise. Just, mate, get away with it.
Yep. I reckon that there's two kinds of occupations. One where you learn it.
Yep.
And you're pretty much set for life. Like,
Yes.
for example, like I imagine a plumber, maybe.
Things
Pipe-
don't change
don't
a heap.
You shit in the bowl, you
Yep.
press the flush button,
It gets
most
clogged.
of the time it disappears.
You
Sometimes it doesn't. You come in, you scoop the shit out, you find out it's wrapped around a maxi pad or something.
Yep.
You pull it in that little fucking circular thing, it flips around, you get a bit of pad in the face and a bit of bloody...
You pat it away.
Yeah, pat it away. And, so there's jobs, and maybe like comedy's a job also. There's and then there's jobs like accounting. And where things are always
It's
changing.
always moving. There's moving parts. There's wheels. There's cogs.
And there's different laws are changing.
Yeah.
I don't want one of those jobs.
Yeah, well,
I really don't
our
want one of those
our
jobs.
man, he's onto it because, like I said, my accountant, I think they got the graduate onto it, and everything was in the too hard basket for him. I don't think he can even fucking write his own name.
He was a fucking idiot.
Which
is fine.
Fucking,
You be
you
a-
can be a fucking
You be a
idiot.
fucking idiot on your own time, but
Yeah.
don't. When that starts costing you money,
That's right.
mate, you didn't end up paying him a cent, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Ah, fuck.
I know.
Fuck him.
So, all right. So, what are my odds?
He
What are-
needs to know.
He does.
I-
Is it a strongly worded email? Is it do you know
It's an
anyone who
email.
could kneecap the fucker?
It's I still reckon it hasn't been that long. You're within your rights.
Yeah.
But even
Do I go to the top? Or do I just really pound down on this graduate fuckwit?
I was once told in business class. I remember Jim Moylan.
Is that Jim? Jim's Moen?
No, Jim Moylan.
What's his name?
No, he
Jim
was a
someone.
teacher. He was our business teacher. Great guy.
Yeah.
Loved him. One of our mates' dads. He said the customer that complains is the best customer.
Squeaky wheel.
No, not really squeaky wheel.
Okay.
It's more about like if you're at a coffee shop and your coffee tastes like shit. Like you might, if 100 people don't complain, that's just 100
Still
people.
shit coffee.
That's just 100 people that are never coming back and
It's true.
may tell other people. But the customer that says,
Mate.
"Gee, this has got a bloody maxi pad hanging out the side of
Yeah,
it."
it's
This
real
is-
funky.
It's
I'm a plumber and I don't even like this.
This is shit. And they go up and go, "Excuse me, this is shit." You go, "Oh, hang on. Oh fuck, instead of putting milk in it, we've accidentally put a pipe from the toilet, and his actual human shit has been going into the cappuccino." So, thanks for that. We'll switch that over, and business. Yeah,
Great
we're going.
analogy.
So, so you know what I mean?
I'm hearing you.
So
They need to know.
you might feel like a bit of a prick,
No.
and you might get this guy in shit. But it might also be the best thing for him.
That's got to be.
This
He's fucking up
cockhead
everyone's
needs to
tax
rocket
return.
up his
He
ass.
does. He's just going. Maybe he's the son's boss, the boss's son or something. They go, "Oh, you're doing all right, little champ," and they just fluff his hair up. Go, fuck this guy. He needs to know. He's ballsed up, but clearly they're not watching him too much.
And it's not just you. I'd be very surprised if you would be the only one.
Oh, well, if you fuck this up, I don't know. Jeez, I dread to think someone's hooves was complicated. The poor fucker.
So you're $1,000 or so out of pocket.
Oh, I'm 1,400 down the fucking
All right.
chute. I can't be throwing pissing 1,400 up against the wall, mate.
There's no way they're getting that 1,400. I mean,
Well,
they've already
got it.
But,
Yeah.
but they need to know.
Yes.
Well, fuck. Let's do it
All
after
right,
this.
we'll
This
do
guy,
it.
Fuck this guy.
We'll do a Patreon, but
Yeah.
yeah, I'll get onto that. So
Well, make sure you do. We'll
I
follow that
will.
up.
I will. Yeah. All right. So you're
I'm
on.
pissed off about it.
all right. Well, this is an ongoing thread that's going to happen through the pod.
But no, because in
But it
3
is
weeks'
late.
time, it's going to be too late.
No, but I'm going to do the email and then I'll update you next week.
Oh, good. Yeah,
Yeah.
good. Okay.
Yeah,
good.
'cause
But you've got to do something about
There's
it.
nothing that draws people in like accounting
Oh,
on a
yeah.
podcast.
Oh, this is edgy. Yeah. This is white knuckle podcast.
It is though. I'm gonna read out the email because you'll be able to go. You're a pussy ever, or fucking good on you. Stick it to the man.
No, I think the first email can be nice as pie.
Okay.
It just has to finish with, I'd like the $1,400 back, or I'll look at.
I'll look it up. My options.
Look, my options. Yeah. Yep.
Which is to find a lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
very
costs so
expensive.
much more than $1,400.
Oh yeah, but sometimes it's the principle.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Anyway, so so big weekend of travel. Not the weekend just gone, the one before. Now, I was gigging down at the Waterwheel Tavern with the Nelson twins. They were at Thomastown or something cricket club on the Saturday night, and we had to be down in Lake Tyers by 11 o'clock Sunday morning.
Yeah.
So what we thought we'll do was sort of Saturday night, we'll cut the trip in half. So I was at Mitcham, they were at Thomastown or some other shithole. They said, let's book a nice, classy family room at the Moe Motor Inn.
Are you sharing rooms?
We're sharing rooms, but this was like I had a single, Juzzy had a single, Chris had a king superior. So it's a big room. It's a family room. You could fit a few kids in there if you.
Still in the same room. You're still it was 3 grown men all in the same room.
Well, don't you talk to me when you stayed in a broom closet in Adelaide.
Ah, that's true. Yeah. But I did something about it.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, mate. You'll know, mate. They booked the accommodation. So
I was pissing in a park.
You were pissing in a park. It was like pissing out the tent. Yeah. So anyway, so we thought that's a good idea. So I get to Moe at about 1 in the morning or something. We're leaving at 8. So I wake up and I'd had a couple of beers at Mitcham Cricket Club the night before, but I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling pretty fresh. I'm up and about. The boys bloody jump up. They have a shower. They do the teeth. I do the same. I have a shower, clean the teeth. And we're in a bit of a rush, a bit of, come on, boys, let's go. And we've got to get to Lake Tyers. So anyway, dude, I grabbed my bag and, we're out of there. We're out of the Moe Motor Inn. We're taking...
Geez, that sounds shit.
Oh, fucking hell.
Moe Motor Inn.
She was, Moe Motor Inn. It doesn't scream. It screams, I'm going to get raped.
It's not a destination, Mo. It's somewhere it's
just got a stigma. It's got a stigma, hasn't it?
Yeah, you only stop there if you really have to.
Yeah.
No one's going there on holidays.
No.
Unless they're visiting someone in
jail,
yeah.
Yeah, so...
or maybe going an intervention to a brother there or someone that's got an addiction of some sort.
Real drug habit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, but, I got there late and it seemed all right. The sun was up the next day. And so we're taking Juzzy's car down to Lake Tyers. There's no point taking my car as well.
No.
We'll drive to Lake Tyers, and then on the way back after the gig, we'll swing through, grab my car. That's the wheels have been stolen. There's a brick through the window.
Yep.
It's
all cost of doing business.
Looking forward to that. So anyway, off to Lake Tyers. Gig goes well at the water, but I realise when I get to Lake Tyers, because I'm a bit of a clean freak and a neat freak when I love cleaning my teeth. I love putting on deodorant. I love changing my jocks.
That makes you a neat freak. I think
a bit of a clean freak.
I think that makes you
OCD.
No, I think most people
smelly.
Should clean their teeth and put deodorant on.
Yeah, well,
those two things don't give you OCD or.
No, but I mentioned it on the Patreon, the gig I did up at Bumfuck Nowhere.
Oh, shit's breath, Phil.
Yeah, I reckon there was about 7 comedians there, and I forgot I forgot my toothbrush. No, I bought me toothbrush. I forgot toothpaste.
Okay.
And out of these 7 comedians, you reckon one of them would have some fucking toothpaste? I said, boys, and it was a town where it was just the pub. I'm like, boys, anyone got any toothpaste?
And they're all staying there?
Yeah.
So they're all just going to get up the next day?
None of them had fucking toothpaste. I go, who are you freaks?
Yeah, if I don't brush my teeth.
Oh, mate.
I've got to brush my teeth at night and in the morning.
If I'm at home, I'll brush it after every meal.
I didn't brush my teeth at night until I was mid-30s.
Really?
So I brushed it in the morning, didn't brush it at night until mid-30s.
Jesus, mine just feels furry after even just a coffee.
But once I started, I love, we've talked about this before, surely, in the shower, just having that froth down through your chest area and through your pubes and get that nice minty knob and pubes.
Ooh, yeah. That's real good. Suck on this.
Yep.
Yeah, so.
The toothpaste we've got lately, Tam bought it. They're coming up with some shit, charcoal.
Yeah, you got me charcoal stuff to... I don't know how charcoal can make your teeth whiter.
I think it just makes everything around it
look darker.
It's like when you wear a...
You got a black tongue, Tom. Yeah, your teeth are looking good.
Yeah, when you got black lips and shit, your teeth, of course your teeth are going to look... it's like when you wear a white T-shirt. People go, oh, geez, you've got a tan.
Tanned.
But you don't. You just...
Yeah, you just pasty.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so the charcoal, good stuff. Anyway, so I thought, I'll give the teeth another clean when I get down to Lake Tyres because I've had a coffee,
Yep.
I've had a pie at the bakery, and I thought I'll give myself a squirt of deodorant. Anyway, going to the bag, the country road bag, fucking toiletry bag's not there. Jesus Christ! I had my water bottle. I had my my water bottle I got in Darwin.
Yep.
That's $20 there.
That's the got the Indigenous painting.
The Indigenous painting on that. It's a bloody beautiful. Listen,
I'd be very surprised if
you reckon some bloke in a factory just
in China.
I reckon.
I'd be very surprised if there's any Indigenous input into that at all.
No.
But it's a nice thought.
It's a good thought. Looks good. Anyway, so I'm like, fuck, I left it there. So, what I'll do, I'll just ring the motel because I'm swinging back there on the way home.
To pick up your toothpaste.
Well, I've got the whole toiletries bag.
Bag.
And the drink bottle.
Okay, yeah, I guess
so
that's
there's a
worth
bit
a
in
call.
there. There's gel, there's half a tube of toothpaste, there's some cologne.
Moisturiser. Cock ring.
There's baby oil, there's little fucking pocket dildo.
Mace.
Chloroform. Some NyQuil, and some Rehypnol.
Yep, pretty
standard toiletries bag.
Pretty standard stuff you need before you hit the hay.
And it's the sort of stuff you don't want anyone in a hotel room finding.
No, I'll pick it up. Don't
look
open
inside
it. Just trust me. There's toothpaste in there.
Trust me, it's just toothpaste. So. Anyway, so I ring reception. This is at about 12:30, and they go, the cleaners they didn't find anything. I said, well, are they fucking blind?
Yeah, it's not that they didn't find anything; they didn't declare anything. That's the difference.
And they said the lady on reception said, she said something about, we're closing up now, so what we'll have to do is ring you if anything pops up. I'm like, it wouldn't have been too hard for her to just go into the room and go, I swear I left it there. But she said, no, didn't find it. Ring back tomorrow. Back tomorrow. Anyway, drive back get the car at Moe, had to fucking buy 4 new tyres and fucking drive back home with no windshield because some dickhead had thrown a brick through it. There was a dead prostitute in the back.
Pretty standard.
It was a good trip home. Anyway, Chrissy Nelson rings me because he made the booking.
Yep.
He rings me Monday and he says, mate, your toiletries bag and your shitty drink bottle was in the room. Mate, ring reception, ring the Moe Motor Inn. And I said, fuck, what do I do? I'm not going back to Moe to get it. He goes, no. Have you heard of a thing called the post office? They can send it back to you.
Okay.
So I said, well, because it's one of those things where, Kristen, she's been riding me. I think this could be one of those things where, all right, I better get this shit back. It's not much, but it's
something. Yeah.
I'm 41.
It's yet another indication that you can't look after yourself.
That's exactly right. So that's Monday. Anyway, I don't ring them till Thursday. And I ring the Moe Motor Inn, and some young girl answers. I said, "Oh, hi, it's Evan. It's Evan here. I stayed in room 26 last Saturday night. Joint's a shithole, but you've found my toiletries bag and the drink bottle, drink bottle.
Yep.
In the room." She said, "Yep. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we did do that. Anyway, what we can do, you give me your address, name, address. We'll send it back to you. Won't cost more than $10 to send it back to you." I said, "Mate, $10.
That's nothing.
I can afford that.
Yeah.
I've got a bloody sweet old tax return coming in.
Yep.
I'm fucking sweet to go." And she said, "All right, what's the address?" I go, "Yeah, blah, blah, blah." Morning. She said, "Oh, easy." She bought this. I haven't heard this for a while. She kept saying easy peasy. Easy peasy.
I used to add the Japanese at the end of it, but probably
You probably
these
can't
days
do
you
it
can't
these
say
days,
it.
but
Yeah. Easy peasy Japanese.
I thought, how old is she? Fucking 6? Oh, easy peasy. Easy peasy.
Well, it wasn't that easy peasy to find the fucking thing.
No,
was it?
you were fucking
That was
blindfolded.
Mifficult.
It was difficult. That's the name of the podcast.
The cleaners. I was having this chat with someone the other day. You don't like to see clean, and I've seen them a bit lately. I've got the locations a bit early to hotels a bit early, hotel, motel, Holiday Inn, and I've seen the cleaners, and you don't like to see it because I like this. I like just to imagine it. There's this
Swedish maid or
no. That's what I'm saying. Almost like a commercial style. They've got industrial cleaners and everything's getting steamed and it's just so when you walk in there, I like to think, this has been sterilised.
This is hit with hygiene.
Yeah, this is like this. I'm basically.
I'm free to go over wank.
There's not a germ. There's not a germ in this place.
There's not a cum stain.
But then when you see them, and it's either a fucking 12-year-old fucking backpacker or something, or a 95-year-old Greek woman,
and they've just got one of those little
like one of those.
They look dirty.
Yeah, and haven't even got a wet cloth, and they're just fucking wiping they're not even wiping the TV remote. What sort of how many wankers have fucking held that? And the shit. Fuck, they would have seen some shit. But because I don't like, because when you see it, you're like, these people are just giving a half-ass once over, and I'm basically laying in the last 500 families. Shit and jizz and bloody.
Jeez, they get some DNA out of some of those rooms. You wouldn't want to get the blue light going, would you? Imagine there'd be cum on the walls.
Not a bad place to murder someone.
Because
they'd come in and they'd be like, "Well, did you find any DNA?" We found about 9,000 people's DNA.
Yeah, there's 35,000 different specimens of cum. And,
so I just, you know what I mean?
I'm hearing you, mate.
It's a really makes you realise that it's not that. A good example is when we were travelling down from Queensland. Little Harry was having a bad little run with his bedwetting, and I reckon he pissed 3 beds. And what do we do? What do? You just fucking you just get the sheets, chuck them aside, and you leave that big fucking rank piss coffee stain on their mattress.
Yeah.
They're not throwing that out and buying a new mattress.
No,
they're
not
just
at
putting
all.
The sheets back on, and it's good luck to the next family.
Just air dry them out.
Just
put them
air
back
dry
on.
them. Put the fan on, crack a window, and next family
call that a budget hotel.
Can sleep in Harry's urine. So they're pretty fucking filthy. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, you got there in the end. Yeah. So. Anyway, easy peasy, no worries. Won't cost you more than $10. All right, send it down. Yep, no worries. I'll put it in the mail now. Easy peasy. All right, $10. No worries. I thought I won't put it on the credit card. I'll just put it on mine because you just never know what, is it going to be $10? I'm not sure. Anyway, Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Knock at the door, the guy drives up, the big, geez, they come up the drive quick.
Yeah.
They've got parcels to deliver.
Well, they're getting about 80 cents a delivery, so you got to
be quick.
They need a few in a day to bloody pay the bills.
Pay the bills, yeah. So anyway, knock. All right, here you go, sir. And he fucking drops a shipping container at me front fucking door. He can hardly lift it. He's got one of those big cranes that you see at the docks. He's fucking shipped it out of Australian Post. They
thought the bed was yours.
Fucking what else have they put in this box? He has sent me this box. It's fucking massive. And I rip it. I go, this can't be it, surely. I cut into it. They've bloody put that much duct tape on it. I thought, there's a fucking body in here.
I've sent the cleaner back with it.
Okay, I'm the one who found it. I thought it was going to be because my birthday's coming up. Maybe it's like there's a cake in there and a stripper's going to jump out. This is going to be big.
Yeah.
So I open up, and then there's another box in there. There's a fucking second box.
It's not exactly fragile like a toothpaste.
I know. So there's a cooker's box because they had those little cooker's cookies. So the little cookies
that every hotel's got.
They're made in Donald. Mum and Dad used to sell them at Regal Sweets. They come in lemon and raspberry.
Oh.
Yeah, I stole all those from the room.
Wouldn't be a big seller, I wouldn't think.
Nah, not really. They're a bit dry. They're not bad. They're all right with a cup of tea if you're 97. So anyway, all right, we've got another fucking cooker's box here, and they've parcelled it up with like, it's a bloody drink bottle and the toiletries bad. They've parcelled it up like it's some bloody, fucking vase from Afghanistan. It's worth $70,000. Okay, so I cut into the cooker's box. I pull it out. There's me toiletries bag. Oh, the dildo's fallen out.
Yep.
And there's a Rehypnol, and there's this, and there's that. It's good to have it back. I've got the drink bottle. Still got water in it. I haven't emptied it. So there we go. I've got it. There we go. Bit of weight. Anyway, so all right, it's good to have it back. Well done, Evo. You've really stood up. $10 to get all this back. Anyway, check the bloody the statement, the bank statement today. $33 to get back a shit fucking drink bottle, half a tube of toothpaste, a few pocket-sized dildos, and a toothbrush that's bloody hairier than Elsie's ass.
Well, it's a fucking it's an ugly drink bottle. I'll give you that. It's
keeps it cold though.
33 clams. That's so.
Like if that's going to be 30, they've got to tell you, don't they? They've got to go. Listen, sir. Like I'm.
Well, I think the other concerning thing is that if that's $33 and we're talking percentages, so the way I'm picturing it, it could have been at least a third of the size.
Oh,
is that fair to say?
Oh, fair to say. Like
a quarter?
They've put it in. It was 2 boxes, and they've packed it with all this other shit that probably just made it heavier.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. So it probably could have been $7 or $8.
Could have been $10 if they had have just put it. Mate, just put it in one of those little bag. I don't know what the fuck.
It's a good example of you just don't care as much when it's not your money.
No, easy peasy. Easy peasy, buddy. Easy peasy, Evo. Yeah, there you go. There's $33 worth. Easy peasy. Next time I go to the Moe Motor Inn, I'll bloody easy peasy a brick through your window.
Small town like that, I reckon every chance they also own the
the place. Oh, the post office.
Or at least they know someone that. So extra $25 here and there.
Yeah. So it was like a bloody babushka doll. I'm just fucking pulling shit out of this, out of that. So a little disappointing, but
look, it's
what do you do? I mean,
end of the day,
strongly worded email.
No, I'd let that one slide. I'd more concentrate on the 1400. Yeah.
There were bigger fish to fry here, mate.
Yeah, shit for brains accountants. Costume. I'd be worried more about that. So we're going for time here.
Yeah, we got. We're at 52, mate. So you fit something else.
All right, all right. So in a bit of poor calculating, a bit of poor organising, I've gone from Adelaide after the Adelaide gig
back to Melbourne.
And then the next day, I've gone to Perth. So I was halfway to Perth.
Yeah, you're pretty smart, man.
I was halfway to Perth.
Did you catch up with the family that night? Yeah. So you got to see the kids.
Yeah,
that's true. Missing you.
That's true. And so I ended up going over to Perth to do the comedy club over there. Great comedy club.
Comedy lounge.
Comedy lounge. And the theory behind it was because financially I would have been better off just doing a footy club. But back in Melbourne, my theory was with the comedy festival coming up, get a bit of stage time because they do. You do one gig on the Thursday, you do 2 gigs on the Friday, and 2 gigs on the Saturday. And then I did also did the Cockburn Footy Club on the Sunday, which was a bloody great day. Great crew down
that's
there.
good. So you're going over there, you a bit of moolah.
Yeah, a bit of moolah,
and
get to do the room over there. I'd like to try and do the rooms.
It's good that you don't have to set up, and you just go into a room where it's a proper comedy club, and you can just do your thing.
And I've known Johnny McAllister for probably 15 years. Geez, he runs a tight ship over there. But
what is a tight ship? There's a lot of tight ships getting around. You've said it a few times.
Oh, I think a loose ship would be. Just a ship where just chaos.
A
tight ship. I'm guessing it'd be a military term.
Yeah. Do you reckon like Somali pirates could get on board a tight ship?
I think they could get on a tight ship, but it would soon become a loose ship once they started.
Start firing and take a few hostages.
A few samurais.
Shoot a few of the able seamen.
Yeah. Had some able seamen before.
Yeah.
Well, no, 3 lots anyway because of the boys.
Oh, yeah.
So Thursday night, I'm doing a gong show. Didn't really...
Nice. Red Simon's over there, is he?
Didn't really do my homework.
Red Simon's over there?
He wasn't over there. Christian Shin.
Yep, Shinny.
So he was.
Did you kick him?
So he's the gong
Where's that,
master.
mate?
Yeah, right in the dick. And so he's the gong master. I've got to get up. I do 10 minutes, and then they bring on about 7 acts.
Shinny, I reckon he's the bong master as well.
Who?
Shinny.
Did he?
He doesn't mind a bong.
Doesn't he?
Doesn't mind a bit. Oh, I think it was a long time ago. I can't remember.
It's something I
Great
didn't really
fella.
like. He was a nice guy, but he's really settled into this role as the gong master. It's something I like to try and be nice to people. But what I had to do was go and do 10 minutes in front of this crowd and then bring on like 8 acts and I sit on stage while they're on stage. And they've only got 3 minutes. And I'm meant to like interrupt them and just hang shit on them during their set, which I think's a fucking nightmare.
It's a bit rude.
And Shinny's up there as well, and he's a seasoned.
He loves it, mate.
He loves it. He's fucking been horrendous to these guys, hanging shit on their looks and their tattoos and their because there were a few that were doing their first.
That's brutal.
Yeah, their first gigs, and it was just. I don't know. It wasn't my bloody.
It's a real American sort of vibe with the roasting and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think a couple of the performers were used to it.
Yep.
A couple of them, I reckon, it really took the wind out of their sails.
Ooh, yeah.
Because a bad gig's bad enough without having some smart ass sitting behind you hanging shit on you. So and then there was a break. I did another 5 minutes. And they had another like 6 or 7 acts on, and then what they did is they got. You could get gonged off. So the people in the crowd had plates.
Jesus.
Everyone in the crowd had a yellow plate.
Well, it was like a Greek wedding or something, was it?
No,
You
they were
smash them at
plastic,
the end?
no, plastic plates.
Ah.
And if you didn't like what you were watching, you'd hold up your plate.
Fuck.
And enough plates, which is usually 5 or 6 plates, Shinny would hit the gong.
Right.
So you're here doing your gig, which is hard enough. Like,
Do they have a dishwasher on stage? What do they do with all the plates at the end?
I think they just chucked them out. I didn't know. Didn't hang around to find out. But it was just a real fucking brutal setup. And then so if you weren't gonged at the end of the night, they brought you back on stage. If you were gonged, you go home.
See you later. Kill yourself.
Go home. And there was a guy very, very heavily affected by cerebral palsy.
Yes.
So this guy was wheelchair, could be like a electric wheelchair thing. He was just sort of moving it with one finger. You could barely understand what he was saying. And we were in this gig we were meant to be. It was just it was a bloody yuck feeling. And I actually hung a bit of shit on the crowd because I didn't say much. I didn't feel real comfortable up there. And I said, no one put their plate up for him, which
Charity vote.
Charity vote. But he wasn't.
You got to treat him equal. If you can't understand him,
Well, they couldn't understand him. It was quite.
put a bloody stick in his spokes.
Tommy was his name, and I was chatting to him before and after. Lovely guy, but he didn't. No one held up the plates, and I just said to everyone, "Oh mate, that's weak as piss," to the crowd. That got a bit of a laugh. I said, "It's just a charity vote." He stuck it up you guys because I actually saw him walking up the stairs on the way here, and that sort of just got and I was like, God, I'm not even going to say anything anymore. This is meanwhile, Shinny's there calling everyone a cunt and fucking everyone's laughing, and I'm like, oh God, I'm trying to get involved here. I thought it was like just as brutal as you could get, and anyway, so I get me pie hole shut after that, and anyway, they did the so at the halftime break. The gig was going okay, but it was just a tough gig. It was half full. It wasn't great. Shinny's come up to me and said, "Are you going to be right to do the karaoke at the end of the show?"
Oh, if there's
And I
anything you
said-
love, it's karaoke.
And I said, "Excuse me,
Can I
Mr.
reread
Shin?"
my contract?
And he said, at the end of the show, the headliner or MC or whatever you're doing, that they get at the end they do karaoke."
Oh, fucking
I said,
great.
What? I said, does everyone get up? And they go, no, it's just like a performance. And I go, do I get to pick the song? And he goes, no, you do Sweet Caroline.
Fucking the most annoying fucking
was
song in the world.
I'm not. I said, there is absolutely no fucking way.
I'm not doing it.
I'm
I
doing
mean, I'll call some guy in a wheelchair retarded. But
well, there's 70 people
I'm
in the
not-
room that are a bit fucking sketchy on me anyway after my little comment.
Yeah.
And so, it was, and he was sort of like, oh, I'll go and, because there was a night manager, and I'll go chat with them about it. I said, well, yeah, well,
Yeah.
we'll do that because
Tell
I'm
him.
not. And he said a lot of comedians love it. How could you possibly think that's a good idea?
I know. It's terrible.
And Johnny McAllister, he has. This room's brilliant. He has not missed a single thing. There's bloody neon lights down the side. There's
the words to Sweet Caroline.
He does.
He does.
He has the words to Sweet Caroline coming back up on a screen.
You're kidding me.
Oh, so anyhow, he's got a projector outside that projects the logo onto the street. He's got the little toilet in the green room. He's thought of absolutely everything, and somehow he thinks it's a good idea for the comedian to sing fucking
I don't know
Sweet
if that's Johnny's. I reckon Shinny might have said, let's do it. Or it was Johnny's, was it?
No, you're meant to do it every night. So Friday and Saturday, I was meant to do it as well.
Oh, fuck that.
And I just said, because they said to me, are you doing Sweet Caroline? I said,
no.
No, I'm not doing it.
My comedian page says Tom Siegert comedian, not Tom Siegert Sweet Caroline singer.
Neil Diamond
impersonator.
Yeah, so I don't know. I don't know if he was. Well, fortunately, Johnny and his wife Jane, they weren't there. They were down south. But they said, "Oh, you might be off the hook here because they're not here. You might get away with not doing it." I said, "Well, even if they were here, I wouldn't do it. Like it's one of the worst ideas I've ever heard in my life. Like, there's two options. A, you have an awesome gig.
Yep.
And everyone loves you. You're killing it.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, all right, that's it, guys. Sweet Caroline. And everyone's just thinking,
boo, boo.
What a self-indulgent
piece of shit.
That he thinks we want to hear this dickhead sing Sweet Caroline.
Oh, mate, nothing worse.
Or you have an absolute stinker of a gig. Everyone hates you. You've made a reference to some guy with cerebral palsy. So everyone thinks you're an asshole. And then they're like, okay, that's it. Sweet.
This will win them back.
Does this guy has the inability to read a room. It's a fucking
I didn't get you with me 15 minutes of cock jokes.
Yeah. All right, we'll try this on the
bring you back.
Sweet Caroline. Like, if I did that on the Thursday, I actually think if I did it the later shows on the Friday and the Saturday, it may have gone all right because everyone's so pissed.
Yeah.
It may not have looked ridiculous, but oh my God, the Thursday show. I was thinking about it all the way home. It made me physically sick thinking about doing it. So, so the gigs were great. One final thing on the way home. 3 separate people on the way home asked me
to sing Sweet Caroline.
Are you the karaoke singer from the comedy?
Just sing it, you loser. Yeah.
No, asked me if I wanted a punch in the head.
Ah.
Because last time I was there, I remember I saw 3 people put in the back of a divvy van. And I hadn't seen anyone put in the back of a divvy van for a decade.
It's been a while.
And I saw one person go divvy van this trip. But 3 separate people on 3 separate occasions. And I'm walking along by myself at night because you sort of had to walk out of this area down to this main drag to get your Uber.
Yep.
So it's not far, 300 metres, 400 metres. I'm looking around, just checking things out. It's night time, and 3 different blokes. You want a fucking punch in the head, mate? And I was just like, and just, no, thank you.
No one, it's always a question, isn't it? It's like, what are you looking at? Or do you want a punch in the head, mate? Like,
well, it's a silly question.
It's a stupid question.
No one wants a punch in the head.
No. Oh, yeah, mate. Yeah, I'd love one. Thanks, champ.
Yeah, fantastic. Well,
what are these guys?
I thought no one was ever going to ask. Just knock me front teeth out, thanks, Jan.
Yeah, that'd be good, mate. Yeah, actually.
So,
knock me in the middle of next week. Yeah,
maybe I'm staring, or I don't know, but
what time was this?
10:30 at night.
No, it's probably a bit methy. I've sort of seen it around that.
It gets rough.
It gets a bit fucking rough out there.
I would quite happily walk the streets of Melbourne at night, through the city. Not a drama in the world. Perth. It's
the Wild West, mate.
It's the Wild West. I reckon. At least, they're polite. They ask you if you want to punch in it.
Yeah.
There's no coward punches. They're
asking. They're doing it face to face.
Yeah.
You got to respect that.
So
Did you reckon you could take these guys?
I don't reckon I could take anyone.
No, even the Swifties.
I wasn't a very good fighter when I had 2 working hands, and now I basically can't throw a left hand punch.
No.
You
could poke someone's eye out with that finger.
So, no, they didn't seem like the kind of guy I'd like to get into a wrestle.
You got to be a bit crazy as well. I think you got to have a bit of white line fever. You can't be half-hearted. It's like I don't know what it's like, but you know,
Well, it's like a. I think it's like a gig. You know, you're very fair. For me, getting in a fight, it would be like my first gig. I'm shitting myself. I'm trying to remember what to do. I'm forgetting my moves. Whereas this bloke, he's getting in a fucking stink 5 times a night. So he doesn't. It's just another day in the office for him. So he's calm and he would have done a job on me. All 3 would have done a job on me.
Yep.
I reckon. Fight-wise, for males between the age of 18 and 50, I would be in the bottom 10%.
As how many fights you've had,
Or
or who you could beat up.
Ability.
Oh yeah, there's a few wet paper bags that you'd be battling
Oh,
with.
there'd be a few nerds I reckon I could knock out.
Oh, a few nerds.
Yeah, if you think of everyone, like
you could almost just
disability people as well, if you're
Oh,
talking men,
you've got the bloke in the
maybe
wheelchair
20%.
covered. Yeah, just stick in the spokes. See you later.
And maybe 25%. I've been the lowest 25%. I could not fight for shit.
No. Would you be you'd be a headlock guy? Try to get him in a headlock and get him to the ground.
I'd have to. Well, I can't punch, so I'd have to try and go the wrestle. But I also think I'd be fairly weak at the wrestle. Maybe
Shoulders. You got bad shoulders.
I've got bad shoulders. Maybe my only hope would just be one crazy kick to the knee and just try and hope I blow his knee out.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And if that didn't happen, I'd just run for my dear life.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Look, it's not a great plan, but it's a plan.
Oh, it's a plan.
But it's as I've said many times before, I'm grateful that I can't fight, because I was having this conversation with a mate over there. If I could fight, if those 3 guys you want to punch in the head, it's an option. It's like it's in your head. Just like, tell this guy to get
I could
fucked.
probably take this guy.
But for me, it's not an option. Like, no, I'm head down, shit me pants, walk away, leave a little trail of shit down the mall, and go home, have a wank, and cry myself to sleep. So
I can imagine your little dumb head coming, looking around. Look at all the big city lights in WA.
Oh, that guy looks pretty messed up.
It's fucking him up.
He's I wonder what's wrong with him. His life's not going that well. You want to fucking punch in the head, mate? Oh, fuck me. Just maybe I'm staring too much. I don't know, but
that is interesting. That is
yeah. No, so I reckon in general, unless you're in a bloody an actual professional fighter, I reckon you're better off not being able to fight. No, it's not an option.
No, that's right. Yeah, you're like, nah, man. I've always talked myself out of it.
Yeah.
Yep. Or run.
Yeah, running's. No one wants to fight someone with a shit in their pants. That's always been my theory.
Yes, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah, so, good stuff, mate.
Anyway.
Well, that's good. Yeah,
I'm
fun.
sweating.
Oh, yeah, I'm stuck to this chair. Don't you worry
You're
about
wearing
that.
black. Good move. I look like I've... Oh, my God. Anyway, let's nip this in the bud.
Wrap it up. Yeah, so, hey, jump on the Instagram, give us a rating, give us a review. Get on the Patreon.
Get on it.
We're doing a Patreon after this, so...
And we've got an idea.
We got a great idea.
Yeah, so we've got something big. We're going to do a live little...
We're going to mention it on the Patreon, so... Are we going to mention it now?
No, we're better off mentioning it off the Patreon. The hope that people will join the Patreon.
Yeah, so we'll mention it on the Patreon.
You're better off mentioning it on this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the hope that you get more people to get on the Patreon.
I'm glad we got this Patreon thing down, Pat.
It's like we're on that.
Well, they know.
We're preaching to the choir.
That's true.
We need to preach to those
who aren't on there.
Haven't yet committed.
Yes. All right. Well, you tell us what the idea is.
Yeah. So the idea we're gonna do a live
punch Tom in the head.
Yeah, we're gonna do a raffle, and the winner gets to bloody fight me. So
punch Tom in the head.
Me in the
his
head.
Dumb head.
Yeah, because yep. So So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do like a Zoom meeting,
a live Zoom meeting.
Live Zoom. We just go. So if you're on the Patreon, we'll give you the little number. It'll be 8:30 or whatever on a Thursday night. Everyone will log on. We'll all be there.
You can all chat.
And we'll say, come up with a question. Everyone come up with a question, and if anyone's too much of a smart ass, we'll probably turn them off. So we'll go for half an hour or whatever, and you can ask us questions, and we'll be live, and it'll be real in real time.
Yeah.
It'll be no bloody smoke and mirrors. It'll just be
It's
real.
just us.
It'll be us, unedited, raw.
Wet.
filthy, stinky, shitting our pants, just pure good banter.
That's it. So that's what we're going to do on the Patreon. We're going to work out a time and a date, and we'll do that. So jump on. It's bloody $8.50 a month. It's nothing.
That's about a quarter of a pint in Perth.
Yeah, that's like you could get your toiletries bag and a drink bottle sent to your house 3 times over. For that 4.
No, you couldn't.
Oh, no, you couldn't.
Quarter of it, you dickhead.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, the maths ain't great.
Oh, God.
No.
What was the dumb thing we said once that we laughed for an hour about the deaf and blind thing?
Oh, the what?
It was something about in Tasmania, and I said something about he couldn't hear or something about being deaf, and someone emailed in and said, how the fuck could he have heard if he was deaf? I forget how it played out.
I can't remember.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, and buy tickets to the festival show. It's coming
That's
up.
it. There's some tickets left. Just a few
Just
for
a
the
handful.
Sunday.
Yep.
So, anyway, that's another episode of Good Banter.
Good banter. That's a good banter.